Welcome to the Bree Pod. I'm here with me, Bree. So this is the very first unfiltered series of 2022. So I'm very excited to bring Unfiltered back and kick it off with our very first episode in the new year. And I'm just excited because I have a lot of things that I wanted to touch base with you guys on. So last time we spoke, I was telling you guys that I had a thing for my jaw surgery. I had to go meet with the orthodontist today. And then I had to go meet with, what was it? Oh, it's going to be with the sleep study people. So the thing is, though, we decided that we're going to put the sleep study on a pause because my orthodontist wants me to make sure that I talk to a second opinion for the surgery. Not because we're not going to do the surgery. We're still on the road to jaw surgery. But we're going to just have our options out there and just see, which basically it's going to be the battle of the surgeons. No, it's kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm going to be meeting with this new surgeon in February, and just to see like what we're going to do. So today, when I went to the ortho, I have another piece of the puzzle. I feel like I've been bringing you down this lane and just putting the pieces of puzzles, the puzzle pieces together. I feel like I'm tongue-tied. I have so much information in my mind and just saying it out loud is hard right now. But anyway, so I wanted to bring and put the puzzle pieces together. And with that being said, I went to the orthodontist and she told me that I can start the braces probably, so it's probably going to be sometime February, March, maybe late February, March, early March. And the reason being is because we first need to finish up what the general dentist is doing. So we've done like a very deep cleaning. We're about to do one more cleaning. And then after that, we're going to go in and fix some cavities, fill some cavities. I think I had 3 or something like that, which isn't bad considering the last time I saw the dentist was in 2017. So we're going to get those filled. And then once my general dentist is done with everything, she will give the go to my new orthodontist. And then the orthodontist will put on the braces. Now, originally I thought that the braces would be on the top and the bottom at first, but with the way that my mouth works, we will start with the top. And then once the top is ready, we'll be able to put the bottom on. I will not be able to do Invisalign, which is fine. I kind of expected that, especially with all the stuff that they have to do with my jaw, and the way that it's formed at the bottom and the way that everything is formed at the top. And then, so we'll go in, we'll do the top row first. And then when we're ready to, we'll put in the bottom. And she said it'd probably take about 1.5 years before we actually get to a surgery point. The wisdom teeth do still need to come out, but depending on which surgeon I choose, that will be the depending factor of when they will come out. So a lot to think about there. But I'm kind of excited in many ways too. And I think it's because it's a positive step towards the longevity of my health. And it's a positive step toward the future of, like taking care of myself. I mean, as you guys know, I'm recovering from an eating disorder. I'm working on my physical health. And I'm also going to therapy for my mental health. So this is like that extra added, basically form of health that I need to work on too. And so then today I ended up taking the day off just to kind of have a moment of taking in what's happening. I was able to call and schedule with the other surgeon so I can get that going. And I happened to, it all worked out where I could have a therapy session, which was really needed, to just kind of talk out what was presented to me today, what's to come, and just where I'm at. And of course, when I think of the surgery itself, I'm a little afraid. But at the same time, I feel in my heart that this is good. And I'm going through all the second opinions. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is the second dentist that said I should have this done. The orthodontist agrees that I should have this done. And the next surgeon that I go see is not to talk me out of the surgery. It's more so to see, we're picking which surgeon I align with. And I always talk about alignment, and it really doesn't matter necessarily on who or what you believe in. When it comes to feeling aligned, I feel like you could feel aligned if you're a Christian. You could feel aligned if you don't believe in a God. You can feel aligned. Really, if you're more so about the universe and such. And I think it's important to trust that intuition in that alignment. And if you don't feel like you have and when I say alignment, I mean like a connection. If you don't feel like they're taking you seriously, especially in health, if you don't feel like they are listening to you, or that they value what you have to say, even though you are a patient doctor, it's important to feel valued, to feel seen, really, is what I mean. Because at the end of the day, we know our own bodies, we know what is going on. And I've said this before when it came to my endometriosis surgery. If I wouldn't have listened to my aunt, I would have went forward with someone I did not align with, and it would have been a botched surgery anyway. So because I let my intuition guide me and the alignment guide me, I feel that it helped out a great of a deal. And so now every time I do anything for my health, anything even with business or with relationships, I check the alignment. Because as we get older, I feel like we realize what is more important to us, who we don't really need in our lives anymore. And it's not to be mean. There are just people that come in and it's no longer needed. Or there's relationships that get a different, a perspective or a new light. I feel like as we get older, we start to see what we want and what we don't want. And I'm definitely grateful for being able to see this, and especially with endo, being able to advocate for myself more, because a lot of the time I feel like even when you're in a job or something, they'll be like, you'll never find someone like me. They'll even say this in relationships. You'll never find anyone like me. I'm the only way. But that's not true. And it's especially not true in health when someone says, well, you're not actually feeling that, or that's not really true, or you're just making a big deal. If you're feeling it, and they're not listening, you need to leave. And I know it sounds aggressive, but that's the time to say, you're not listening, I'm getting a second opinion. So sorry to go in a circle with that, but the point with that is that I'm going to choose the surgeon on alignment, on who I can feel comfortable with, on who is going to make me feel like, because at the end of the day, it's huge. It's huge surgery to be, moving a jaw forward. So I'm interested in who I'm going to pick. I'm between two surgeons right now. I kind of like that I have a choice, because it makes me feel in control of something that's scary. And I know I'm not saying I need to have full-blown control of every single thing. I'm just saying, with going down a road like this, that's scary. It's nice to know that there's some form of okay, I chose this person, or okay, I went through with this. So I feel like this surgery has kind of helped in my growth and my strength to be able to dictate, and when I mean more of like giving a distinct, like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. and I feel aligned with this. So I'm very excited to see what happens from here. I know that by the time the next Unfiltered comes out, we'll probably have another piece to this puzzle. And I'm hoping to just take you guys along this journey. As you know, I have endometriosis. I'm trying to get pregnant. I'm trying to work on my health physically, mentally, emotionally, all the above. And I'm taking baby steps in each direction that I can to work on each thing. And the important thing is on the healing journey, you got to see and go through a lot of stuff for sure. But it's been definitely worth it. And I feel when you go and you look back at where I was when I first started the podcast, to the middle of the podcast, to the new year of the Unfiltered series, I've come a long way, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very excited for 2022 and what's to come. And I'm kind of oddly excited for the braces, but I think it's just because it's going to lead to something so important, especially for my health and wellness, and just something that was needed. So I'm just going to bring you along this journey, and I hope that it goes well, of course. With that being said, I just want to keep you updated on where we're at. It's looking like probably February or March we'll be ready to go and roll. I wonder if it's going to change the way that I talk to you guys. I'm very curious on that. I'll have to let you know, be like, I have braces now, sorry. Oh, the other thing that I learned, unfortunately, is that my insurance is not going to cover my braces because of, you have to, in the particular insurance that I have, you have to be 19 years old. So I'm going to look into what I can do for that. It kind of makes me sad because I feel like it shouldn't really have an age cap on it, but I'm not the health people, so I'm not the insurance guys, but I'm going to look into that as well. So if anyone has any things that they did for their braces to help pay or to help with whatever, even the smallest cost at this point, I'm definitely open to it. And if not, that's okay too. I feel like there will be a way. We'll find the way. So I know this wasn't very long, but I just wanted to give you an update, open up with an unfiltered episode. And I can't wait for you guys to see what we have to come for 2022. I know I said this in my live for everyone that joined me on the celebration of the BrePod anniversary, but there's so much coming, so many cool guests coming in. And that doesn't, of course, take away from the guests that have been on, because I am grateful to all of you that have been on the BrePod, and that will probably make another appearance. You never know when they'll come back in, which is a beautiful thing. So I can't wait to show you guys what's coming. And thank you for joining me on this journey. Have a great rest of your week. And with that, you are loved, you are worthy, you are cherished, and I am proud of you. Until next time, on the BrePod.